Round of applause, Johnny. Yes, we made it. We are alive. 30 days. We did it. The crowd goes, wow. Ooh, we are alive. Hello. I didn't think we'd make it this day today, because we started from a pretty low point. So for those that are just starting to watch, let me give you a little background. A little more than 30 days ago, I was actually admitted into the ER because I was at a point where my friends and family were really scared for me. You know, I was battling, at the time I didn't know I was battling a lot of depression, and I was just in a funk, and at that point I didn't really care, like how they say, oh, I wasn't trying to commit suicide, but I just didn't care if someone hurt me. And that right there was a big wake up call for, sorry, a little hard to talk about that. It was a big wake up call. So had to come back home, got a little medicated, but I'm thankful that I got put on a really good program, and I just want to share my journey. So I got out. First thing we had to fix was my sleep. Actually, I'm sorry. First thing we had to stop was quitting alcohol. So that right there that caused a lot of problems, which I messed up a lot of my relationships with that, and anger issues. It was just it was my crutch, really. And also, once I quit that, everything started to change. So we'll get into that, okay? So I started getting confidence during this little 30-day thing, because maybe like the first weekend I didn't see no changes. I did, but just felt like I was still getting trapped in my normal triggers and stuff like that, and I was just battling those. So decided to switch it up. I started exercising more, and then next thing you know, I had a comment from my bank teller. Went in there and she was like, you know, you seem much better when you're smiling. And I think just from that random comment kind of made my day, you know, like, hey, maybe these changes are working. Hey, let's celebrate this small victory. So I kind of got juiced by that. So shout out, you know, because you are a better person when you are smiling. So okay, my doctor recommended I start a sleep hygiene program. Basically, you want to train your body to go to sleep, because apparently drinking alcohol really messed up my circadian rhythm. My brain wasn't even sleeping, even though I was probably punch drunk and knocked out. So my brain never recovered. It was just completely just not healed from all the trauma I was giving it. And that's probably where my depression started getting worse and worse. And I have to accept that, like, I have to make these changes. And my mother-in-law actually gave me a quote, or sent a little text, which kind of pertains to this little vlog we're doing. It's that great thing about life is, like, you can never change what you did in the past, but you can always see it and understand it, learn from it, and then make the changes that are needed. And this is what I'm doing, because my intentions are, if I build a strong program, maybe I can help somebody along the way, because it is helping me. And yeah, so I got on a good sleep hygiene. Basically, no TV, turn the TV off like Kendrick. I set a bedtime by 9:30, so no light, no blue light. We want to make sure we're brushing our teeth, preparing our bed, turning off the light, turning everything off, and that I'm at least getting a good 7 hours of sleep. So So it took a while because I'm like, I never really thought about much about sleep. Just was like, I always had stuff to do. I was on the run, had to like make some moves, work wise, life wise. That was just my style of living. I was like a night owl, but it was really bad for me, and that's I sunk into. I noticed something was wrong when I would just sleep all the way in. Wasn't motivated, wasn't eating right, and even though I wasn't eating, I was actually gaining weight. It's probably from all the calories of the alcohol I was consuming. So I changed my diet. So we got a good sleep hygiene. So fix your bed in the morning. That way, when you come home and go to bed at night, you turn your phone off, turn your TV off, no blue light, good to go. That was my number two thing I changed. The third one was I changed my diet. I quit all fast foods. Mainly, I'm trying. It's so hard not to. Fast foods, cutting out the sugar. So I was really big on sodas, and trying to cut those out. If anything, I'm doing like Coke Zero. It's super hard to get it out of my system, and low carbs. So from when I first started this, I weighed in at the ER at 149, and today I am a healthy 138. So already dropped 10 pounds. Kind of want to drop a little, like 7 pounds more, and then build mass and muscle and some good muscle. Then I implemented exercising daily. So I started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu maybe like a little more than 3 years ago, and I remember that was like the best version of me at the time, because I would religiously just go to class and then do 2 days of exercising. So cardio in the morning, BJJ, and then cardio and weights and strength training at night. And that was good. And I barely drank alcohol then too. So, because you want to be like, it's bad for your body. I don't want those calories in me. Blah blah blah. Extra sugars. So, exercising actually is good for like releasing like endorphins in your body. It's gonna help you battle your depression. It's gonna make you feel better. You're gonna get more blood going to your muscles as well. You're gonna build your prefrontal cortex. We're gonna make our mental game strong as our body strong too. Another thing besides exercise was I'm thankful that I have a big support group around me. My wife, my parents, my sisters, my best friends, my coworkers. I think once I told them I quit drinking and this is my path, man, they're all rooting for me, and that was a big, like, hell yeah, let's go. I got a big team, and I do not want to let them down. So we did it. We made it to 30 days, guys. And remember, this is only just the start. It's the start of a new life. So it's Johnny 2.0, and we have a long life to live still, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it healthy and happy and kumbaya. I implemented some meditation. So like maybe 2 or 3 times a week, I'll just sit down on the beach, or sometimes in the sauna when it's not too hot, and I just kind of soak in the sounds of the environment. Don't really think too much, but I want to focus on my breathing. Very deep breaths, low exhales, and just like I said earlier, like you want to thank yourself for being here. You want to thank yourself for opening up. Give yourself a high five. These are all like the positive things that I'm doing. So I also encourage everyone to keep positive thinking. Like say if you can't do something, you just say, I gotta try harder, or I have to practice harder, or I need more, I need to study more. I used, when you're depressed, you're just like, you feel hopeless, like I can't do it. Why me? Why should I do it anyways? But then when someone pulls you out, if you were struggling and swimming in circles, but someone pulls you out and saves you, that gave me hope. So now I have hope. I have a new life. I have a new outlook on life. And I'm motivated, and we're doing it. We're doing it. We are doing it. I'm just trying to stay the path and not trying to crash out, And I think we're on a good path because I don't crave alcohol. I sleep well, and I eat well, and I train, and just those things alone get me going. I talked about that ikigai in Japan. It means like your purpose to live or your reason to live. And I have a new reason, I'm starting to care about myself. And then when I care about myself, it affects my family. They love to see me this way. I have a reason to live for my wife, our kid, my family. Everyone is rooting for me, and they depend on me to be here. So I am here, and I am alive, and I have hope, and I see that we can do it. We did it so far, and I'm thankful. I wanted to talk about discipline. That every day I started doing, you wanna celebrate small victories. You can start small, park a little farther in the parking lot. You walk into the door, complete small actions, say, hey, your brain starts thinking, hey, I can do this, Then you start doing tasks you hate. When you complete those, like oh, I don't want to read right now, or I don't want to study. You do those, your brain's gonna start building it like, okay, I can accomplish that. And then you're gonna also come. There's gonna be a lot of vices thrown your way, and you try not to act upon those right away. You kind of want to just like study it, observe it, and then all those factors in the end will help build you like more. You'll be very powerful. You'll be very disciplined, and I think that's how I was able to quit cigarettes, and now quitting alcohol. I smoked cigarettes for more than 20 years, and I literally just smoked one cigarette and was like, this is the last I'll ever do. I wanted to thank all the people that have checked in on me. So always check on your homies, check on your loved ones, give them a call, give them a text, because that's what motivates me when I get one of those out of blue. So remember, always check on your homies, kind of rounding out, I know this was a long one. I just want everyone to be grateful. You want to be grateful who's around us to help us battle depression, to help us with our mental game, our mental health. It's not easy, and they're more understanding than we think they are. So I would just say be kind, because when you're kind, they're kind, and then everyone's kind to everyone, and it's just a big ripple effect of niceness. And that's what we need in this whole world, niceness. Take longer walks, volunteer, hug people more. That releases endorphins, reduces cortisol levels, reduces stress. Practice patience. These are all the things I'm doing, and little by little, these small changes, I even look back on our first day, I don't even know that person. So 30 days out, I'm just happy I'm here. And we're gonna do this again tomorrow. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Share, send it to a friend that needs this. you know. Sorry, I was wearing my shades because I was getting a little teary-eyed because I'm happy, you know. I'm happy, and we are live. And I want to end it by saying, Johnny, you are a champion, and anyone who's watching, you are a champion. Let's go.